All right, so we are right back into another Dragon Ball Supercard game video. I'm still not alone. This is probably my third video in a row that I'm not alone in. And I am with, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Kyle. I'm from Utah. I played in the invitational only event this last weekend. I went 7-0 in Swiss and made top 4 in J2. Nice.
There you go. That pretty much, I don't have to say anything, right? I don't think I have to break that down. My man here came up to me, and I was very, very excited to hear his progression throughout the day. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it in person, but I'm glad you reached out to me, and I'm glad that we're able to do this.
Yeah, I saw your video with Alexis.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, yeah, I had to. By the time I got done Sunday, it was already like noon their time. So I had a 10-hour drive. I had a 10-hour drive home, so I had to.
No,
I had to work. I had to work Monday morning.
Oh, I do not blame you at all. I had to drive back myself, so I feel you. For those wondering how I did not do well. not on Kyle's level, that's for sure. But that's why I'm trying to bring the goodness otherwise. And we got the TOWA here. The deck is right in front of us. From pretty much card for card, right? I mean, I don't think there's anything changed here.
All the same.
Yep. And I mean, at this point, like I said, when I was talking to you earlier, TOWA's pretty well known right now, right? And she had a lot of good representation throughout Pasadena, and I don't think there's anybody else who doesn't know what TOWA does, right? But how do you feel about the deck so far, and how do you think it kind of performed? Pretty well, of course, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was actually very shocked how well I did. I do pretty well, like as regards to, like a local scene, like local where we live in Utah, so I do fairly well. At a major event, I have a tendency to like switch decks like last minute before I go to like any regional, so it's really bad of me to do that.
Okay.
But so for this event, I was dead set on like, hey, I'm going in with this deck. I've played it a lot, and I'm very familiar with a lot of the matchups, and so
right.
Yeah, just stuck with it, and it worked.
Okay, sweet. All right, I'm glad you did, and that kind of answers why this deck and how did you come about it. But were you considering any other deck going into this? Because like I said in the other video, it's a one-time format, right? It's a
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially
7, right?
Preset 7, and then plus the new ban list. Yeah, so I was pretty dead set on playing Shenron and Gogeta first, and then the ban list got announced, and so with Bad Ring gone, minus Killing Zone gone, and Lust at 1, and then obviously Shugash gone. So I really felt like this. I feel like this deck was a really solid contender because just the sideboard side deck has really good options. And then the other big thing for me is just that the other deck I was thinking about was Pan Zeno, which ended up winning the whole event. Was actually my friend William from here in Utah. I actually was thinking about taking that.
Okay.
But I just didn't have enough, like, I wasn't like really particular on like deck builds. Like I kept kind of swapping back and forth stuff on that. So, but I've been playing this deck in the meantime, and just was like, you know what, I'm like comfortable with this deck, and this is what I'm going to roll with.
Okay. Cool. And it paid off. It sounds like, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Nice. So, I mean, overall, I mean, you can go through the deck if you like. We already know, like I said, it's a top or burst 3 and top 5 for a Mira or a Fu, or Few if you want to say that. And then
it is Few. Thank you. Someone knows it other than myself. It is pronounced Few.
People always be going on me for Mutaito, but I'm like, that's how you say the name. That's how they say it in the dub. And it's the same thing with Fu or Few. And for those who don't know, thank you, Kyle, by the way. Few is a play on words for Mira and as well as TOWA. Few is just short for future. So there you go.
Yep.
There's some trivia for you guys. And
the other big trivia one for me is it's not Demigra, it's Demigra.
Yes, it is.
And I know it comes across the same, but it's the way it's rolled off the tongue. It is Demigra, not Demigra.
Very, very true. And yeah, man, that's so funny. We can talk about it all day though.
Oh yeah.
10 more cards in the warp. You get to draw one awaken, and then choose 3. You give 1 crit to mirror, that is, and then choose a battle card and remove a keyword basically.
Yep.
During battle. So super strong. The leader itself is kind of good, not amazing.
She's kind of lackluster when she got revealed.
Yeah.
I was really hoping she would. So when we first heard there was a TOWA leader coming, I was like, oh man, like maybe she can steal cards. Like on the front side, she can take a 2 or less. On the back side, she'll take something else. But when she got revealed, it was like, wow, she doesn't draw cards on her backside. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't seem like it'd be really hot.
Right. And I think the deck that is built around it, where we have the time regulators, we have the Mira, and with the Union Absorb from the new anniversary box, and as well as the 3-drop over here, and then we have all these answer cards all over the place, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That is in tandem with the Power Burst, and as well as the Time Disruptor. I think it's really good. Like I think the deck that's built around is really good. The leader is kind of just like you're saying, right? And it could do a little bit more. But throughout the event, do you think there's any cards that were pretty key as far as like dang, this should be in every TOWA deck, that type of thing?
Yeah, so absolutely. Dimensional Banisher Few was definitely absolutely a staple at 4.
Yeah.
So I know some people are playing Scientist Few, or they're playing the new one of the anniversary box. So it was the Dark Banisher.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you don't even play it.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like I had room for it. I don't want to tap 4 a lot unless I'm going to go for the mirror play or the other the biggest MVP of the weekend aside from that card was the Dark Umbrella Invitation TOWA.
Right.
For Dark Overwhelm 1, when she's played, she obviously takes a card. But what a lot of people don't understand realize is that you can hard cast her for 4.
Yep. And
she still gets her effect.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so when I played 3 straight mirror matches in a row for round 4, 5, and 6, literally, like I would steal someone's time regulator, and then I would overwhelm for the other TOWA, overwhelm 4, and take a 2 or less.
Yeah.
And I would take another time regulator off the board. So I would take both their time regulators, and I'd just be netting infinite cards at that point.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So she was the card's so good. Obviously the time regulator is the most essential card in the deck. That is the reason why I feel like the deck does work.
Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah, the deck's like every card has its purpose.
Yeah.
Dimension Banisher Few and the TOWA were definitely 2 the major MVPs of the weekend.
For sure. I mean, that can range from stealing stuff from Kid Goku, and then Time Ruler can kind of help with that, and as well as the time regulator.
And I did not play a single one,
which is crazy to me. I played
3.
Absolutely. I played 3. It was 3 mirrors.
I was honestly hoping I would play against it, because that's why I was mainboarding the Mass Saiyans.
Yeah.
I was hoping I was playing against Kiku. I'm like, I can just warp all their stuff, and all the TOWAs can take all the little stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you'd ask what I played. So round 1, I played against Goku Black was the charge leader.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I was really happy to see that. I was like, okay, that's really diverse. That's different. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah.
Round 2, I played against Hide Mastery Victory Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Round 3, I played against the Danny Hype Trader Dende deck.
Okay, interesting matchup right there. That's for sure.
That was actually a very scary matchup for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was really worried just because he can rip cards out of my hand faster.
Yeah.
But the deck is it's really good, but it's also an inherent -1 on itself every turn. Because every time you play a 1-star ball, they're losing a card.
Yep.
And so I'm turning around, ripping cards out of their hand with Mira's back. So I eventually am getting hand advantage back, which I had no idea until I played it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then round 4, 5, and 6, I played TOWA back to back to back. I had literally never played the mirror match before.
Wow. Okay.
Because in Utah, there's a handful of us that have the time, a couple of us that have the time regulators, and no one really plays the deck. And so I have.
Oh no, good.
And then so essentially no one's playing TOWA really except for me.
Yeah, going into this event, I was thinking that I was like, just because I don't think because of the access, TOWA is going to be heavily representative. I was wrong. That was
my exact thought process. I'm like nobody up here really has them. I'm like, I doubt it's going to be that spread around California.
Oh,
well,
yeah. 2 rows
jokes
of
on,
TOWA.
jokes on me. Oh, yeah, jokes on me. They were everywhere.
Oh, they were everywhere. Pan and TOWA was everywhere.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, and that's crazy. It's so crazy. So so 3 Mirror Masters and then in Top Cut, what was that?
And then Shenjito was the last match I played for round 7.
Oh, right. Round 7.
I played against, I think his name's Kevin Castillo. I think is his name. He's from
DBS Dudes. Yeah,
DBZ Dudes.
DBZ Dudes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really nice dude. And then Top Cut, I played against the Golden Frieza from set 1.
Oh, cool.
He's playing the Chilean Limo package with like the Android 13, so it's just like hand destruction.
Yep.
He just bodied me game 1. It was so bad.
Okay.
And then game 2, I sided into Tao.
Yeah.
And Dark Power Black Saiyan.
Yeah.
He overly aggressed really hard on the Tao, and I just comboed out of it over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ended up he played the TOWA, the overwhelm TOWA to make me discard a card.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, when he did that, Tao was out, and I'm like, okay, well, you have to warp the last 3 cards out of your hand.
Right. That's tough.
And that just ended his entire game right there. So he scooped that game, and then game 3, I just opened Dark Power Black Saiyan game 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then, turn 1, then turn 2 open Tao. And he's just like, okay, I can't get around this again. I don't want to summon anything out of the deck. I have to discard cards.
Pretty much. And that's why that deck is like super good. It's like one of my favorite decks.
Yeah.
But not for best of 3.
No, I agree.
I don't know how he went to Top Cut, but I don't know.
He got 16th, so I mean he definitely got the skate in, but I mean props on him for getting that far with that deck. I thought that deck was really good.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the next round I played against Alexis, who was playing Janemba.
Mm-hmm.
Super chill dude. He was playing the yellow blue gray, and you actually did his profile already.
Yep, he's a cool guy. I'm glad.
Super nice guy, crazy nice guy. I had multiple time regulators every game, and so with constantly just putting him back in the deck and resummoning him, and just consistently putting cards back in the deck, I was able to keep my deck high enough where I was never close to getting decked out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the round 4, top 4, where I lost to Russell's
TOWA.
Yeah, he was playing TOWA as well. So. And the ironic part is I beat him in Swiss 2-0, and then he just turned around 2-0 me in top 4. So
he said he never 2-0 me again, but
yeah, he's a really good player. I very, very much was like, I got him already. I should be able to get him again. And nope.
Yeah. Russell's ruthless, man. I tell you,
he's good.
That's good. All right. Well, I mean, hey, if you had to lose anybody, that's a good loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the
honestly? Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just really hoping I was going to make it to the final, so it'd be Utah player versus Utah player, the 2 guys that play locals together. I was really hoping for that, but unfortunately, the dream match couldn't happen.
Hey man, you represented well, and I think you did well enough to represent. And
yeah,
I mean, what was the hardest matchup, and maybe the easiest?
Hardest matchup was Justin Tang from California. He's a buddy of mine. I know him from playing Vanguard in the past.
Okay.
And he was playing TOWA as well. It was really, really close. Like, we were both top decking, and I was able to rip into the cards to get rid of his hand when he had it, and I just kind of outdrew him at that point. But that was by far the toughest match of the day.
Understandable. Okay, and the easiest?
Easiest, I really hate to say this, but the Shenjita match in round 7 was absolutely the easiest match.
Because it is, man.
It really is.
When I was playtesting and choosing a deck for the event, I was playing Shenjita, and as soon as I went against my buddy's TOWA, it was just a nightmare. Like, honestly, it was just like, you can't establish a board, and when you actually do end up doing it, like, it just doesn't matter because it's TOWA. Right?
If you go back and watch the Super Player stream where I played him in the last round, game 1 he objectioned, and I just what did I do? I overwhelmed with regular, and I drew into Toki Toki, and I had 2 standing energies. I paid 1 summon Toki Toki, and then got Dende out of the deck, and then I just awoken because I had 10 of the warp, and just paid the 2 for Dende and sniped an energy. And he was stuck at 3 at that point, so he could only get to 4 during his turn.
Right.
And then so he couldn't play. The Vegeta didn't work. He couldn't get out the big Gogeta.
Right.
And so I just stalled him the whole matchup until he tried to go off. And with TOWA's ability to be able to remove triple strike or triple attack, whatever I need to, it was
That's
unfortunately it was an awful matchup for him. Like it was hands down just like 100%.
For sure. I 100% agree. It's crazy. I just it's just one of those matchups that is really difficult. Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Good insight. As far as changes or maybe even taking this into set 7, would you, or do you think anything will change? Okay.
Absolutely. I'm very excited for set 7. I'm on DBS Next right now. Actually, look at the singles I was going to point out. There is a new Trunks coming out.
Oh, pay one and then it's a 3 cost?
No, so he's a free 3 overrealm.
Yeah.
When you play this card with overrealm, draw 2 cards and place the card in your hand in your war.
Oh, he is free. Okay, I thought you had to pay one. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's just going to be the absolute stones, just because you can draw the 2. With time regular odds, it's a +2 every time you play it.
Right.
And so just netting cards and getting you faster to your time regulars without having to spend energy to do it is really good.
Yeah.
And then there's the new Goku negate attack. It's the counter. Yeah, it's counter attack, negate, play this card. So it's a 1-drop black negate.
Yep.
The only downside is he doesn't have any combo powers. That's my only concern.
Oh, he's a 0/0?
He's a 0/0. So wow. I'm worried about him, but I also like the fact that TOWA now has like another negate that I can add back to my hand with Power Burst, so I can essentially play, because I don't want to tap out a lot in TOWA unless I'm going for the big play.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I can play early little overwhelmers without having to tap out, I can play a lot of negates and just kind of sit back and turtle the entire match.
Okay, makes sense.
And then I know a lot of people are talking about Toki Toki City. I don't think it's necessary in the deck. I don't think you even need it.
Yeah.
Because all your overwhelms, you only really need them for that turn. So I think that's going to be better in the Demigod deck, where you can drop out like big bombs and you can stand up 2 energies and keep stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the last one? I think it was the Goku Ice, the ISR, the Insane Rare.
You evolve
I do
for
that.
1.
1, yeah. And I like the fact that you can negate on top of the negate attack. Mm-hmm. And then he's a 25k 1-cost double strike.
Yep, and you can play it on top of Crisis Crusher too, which you don't play. Yeah. We didn't even really say about the sideboard. You didn't feel like Crisis Crusher was needed?
I actually would put it in after the day was over. Mm-hmm. Deadly Defender Goku was 100% not needed.
Okay, I was wondering about that as well.
I was really Shenjita to me was like, okay, I felt like it was going to be everywhere, because that's like, it didn't need Battering Laser to be competitive.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, that's potentially going to be a really popular deck, and that card kind of shuts that deck down. Mm-hmm. Because they have to attack into it. But it just, I sided it against Kevin in the last round, but it didn't do anything. I think I literally just charged it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would probably take that out for Crisis Crushers.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I would agree with that choice as well. Okay.
But yeah, that's basically it for set 7. Like, yeah, there's a lot of like, I think set 7 seemed a little underwhelming at first when we first saw it, but then there's like, we thought like the different decks that can be supported. Like, I feel like it's going to be a really solid set for the game, especially with player interaction. Like, everybody now has their own trap hole. Like, everyone has like just a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think set 7's it's really good, just for the game and just to support everything else. It's gonna be really interesting to see what kind of decks are gonna be topping as well with set 7. But
yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's really anything else. Did you have any closing thoughts, shout outs, things that you want to kind of talk about the deck or anything else?
I mean, if you can get your hands on the time regulators, play it. I'm gonna dabble around with some of the other, I like all the black leaders in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want to dabble around with like the Demigod leader. I want to play the Mirror leader from set 4. I just like all the black cards. So I'm like an ex-Yu-Gi-Oh player in a big dark world, so just all the black cards.
For sure.
But yeah, it was a super fun weekend. I made a post on Facebook. A lot of people didn't like my post, but I wish Bandai would up their price support a little bit for players that do really well.
Man, I mean, I can understand if you drove 10 hours there, 10 hours back, and
exactly, and that was
a playman, a couple packs, like.
Yeah, so I love the game. I see it. I just want to get the community bigger for everybody, so that way everybody can enjoy it. I think it's honestly, I feel mechanically wise, it's the best game out there.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. All right then. Well, if that's it, and did you have any shout outs as well?
Just shout outs to everyone in Utah. I appreciate everyone that helped me playtest the weekend before. And then Joey Palladino from Crossworlds TCG, he helped me playtest a couple matches of Shinra and Gucci before I came out to the weekend. And
yeah, he's the boy.
I love the community, and I just want everyone to continue enjoying the game.
Okay, cool. All right then, I appreciate it again. If anybody ever has any questions, comment below. I'm sure we'll answer them, or you will. And like, dislike, all that other stuff. Subscribe if you are new. Kyle, thank you again. And we'll see you guys in the next one.